gotta be willing to put in the time, make the sacrifices, and the hard choices.
Hello, good evening, and welcome everybody. We're back on Black Mountain, Montana. It's me, Noco Sim Farmer, and we're at the charcoal plant that we can't do anything with just yet, but we're there. All right, so we just dropped off a load of wood up here. Tonight, we are going to fire up all of our toys. Not bang. Oh, okay. Sleep. Funniest run I've ever seen that dog do. All right. Get up and get our light on. First things first, take care of the animals. It's a big 360. Whoop. Sorry, Charlie. Fortunately, you don't take any damage, so we're good. Feel as guilty as I could. Like it's like Come on. It's 6:30 in the morning, Black Mountain, Montana. Heading up to the mines to get ourselves some more sand. All right, here we go. Loading up sand. It's the 820,000 liter version. I need to fix that. Yep. That's the ore. Sand goes over here. Just take a look at how much cash I have when it comes to the crude oils. Can't let that go to waste. Let's see what we got here. Other productions. For now. No. Before 7 a.m. Out of the road, Zaya. That's just plain dangerous. Times my walking speed. Calendar. Let's go. fix because got that fixed. For the border. Got the power. Look at that. That's problematic. Turn. Turn without flipping over. That'd be cool. When in doubt, throttle out. Famous Maya Angelou saying. Oh, I did it. It wouldn't be an episode if I didn't flip the truck over. You bet. FS22. Did. We'll count that one. And with applicable speed laws. Yeah. See how well this works. Get there from there. Okey-doke. Drive on up to the sawmill, drop this load of wood off. Then we're going to go back and get some farming done. Fields. Diesel. I will be right back nature calls. So give me just a second, a couple minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. Sorry about that. Had to take care of myself. Had to take care of my dog. Is it already out of... Right. So we need coal, bark. Should distribute. Some coal.
up and go. Just got home from work. Yeah. That night shift definitely a different animal than doing the morning loads. It's just steady. We just can't get nobody to work. Well, they just hired a brand new driver off the street, and he's leaving in about 3 weeks to go to school. Cool. Time to hire 2 or 3 big tractors and implements. Oh, that's the hilly one, ain't it?
Hold on a second. Don't have to be gross anymore.
How'd you get the rear view?
That's work cam.
Okay.
It's a work cam mod, and it will give you different, like there's the front attacher, view of my implement, my hitch, so I can get lined up. Yeah, and if you've got the Giants editor, you can actually add different, what am I trying to say? Add cameras. You can mod a mod and add additional cameras to it. which I thought was kind of cool. Rotate, rotate. Install the adjust working speed mod, I think. Because 7 miles an hour is too damn slow.
The video's about 5 seconds behind our chat.
Oh, that's funny. That seems about right. All right, so we're going to have to do...
Boy, they are some chopped up little fields, aren't they?
Yeah. Big fields on this map. Pause. It's a drape. It's not a drape. Pliers. Going up to the new grass field and mowing it.
What's a draper?
So a draper is a header that has a built-in trailer. So like it's got a set of wheels that folds out. You'll see them for
okay.
combines. And when it said that this was a draper, I thought, I didn't think this was, but... And it's not. By field number 3 over here, then I'll be able to get all the margin grass all the way around my properties. I'll be a grass king. I'll be the silage king of Black Mountain, Montana.
Yeah, you'll definitely have to put up a bigger bunker.
I've got fermenting silos on this map, so I just throw them in there and let it. That blue one back there in the distance.
Sure.
That's a fermenting silo, like a harvest store.
Yeah,
So you just
you went to dump it into a regular one last time.
Yeah, I was trying to dump it in a grain bin, it wouldn't go in. Uh-oh, looks like I might have taken out a sign. Oh well.
Some guys use the bags too. Big long bags.
Yeah, I haven't messed around with that. I should mess with that. I've never done that mod.
It really don't work like it does in real life, because in real life, the machine pushes away from the tube.
Right.
And in this one, the tube moves away from the machine.
Yeah, that seems weird. Yeah, you should like be able to leave a track like I'm doing now and just shit out a tube of silage behind it.
Yeah, that's right. Instead of just stationary and just pushing it out.
Sugar cane's almost ready to harvest. I got oil going in my oil production facility. I got metal being processed in the iron ore facility over there. Yeah. Items are occurring. I think next time I'm going to just load this on a trailer and bring it over here on a fast truck.
There you go.
Can you imagine doing this on a... Actually, I did do this on a 16X map last night on Hubbard. Like, driving like this slow-ass piece of equipment. I still got to look into that 32X map. That sounds insane.
That's too big. It seriously takes them 15 minutes to go to the store to get their tractors. It's like... And they're doing like 100 miles an hour in their vehicles. Stitzer, Wisconsin looks like it's going to be a nice map too.
Yeah, I thought I did have access to this thing. Didn't I buy this?
People, oh, the land. I thought you meant Stitzer. I'd say it's not even finished yet. People have access to it, but it's not done yet.
I thought this was ready to harvest and I had already bought this property, but apparently I did not buy it. Sucks.
Borrow a couple mil from the gold mine.
Work that way. I got my max loans out. Well, we're just going to leave this guy up here for now. I'll come back. Finish this up. Probably do it for the night by the time I get this done. I'm waiting for my other grass field over there to go to month 4, which will give me a much higher yield. Even though it's technically ready to harvest now. Should be able to bring in enough money. The things that I'm sitting on 5 mil in stuff. Cash, I can just make it happen.
How much was the field?
Be 17. But I've got like monthly lease expenses that are like 30 grand, so I got to be careful. Otherwise, I'll be
30 grand. Holy shit.
turning on. I mean, that's what it's like for a real farmer, man. I can't imagine.
Oh, I imagine.
The gut wrenching, like, we're going to have to go into hella debt. like
My wife's grandpa started farming with his sons back in the 80s when farms were shutting down and just going broke and stuff, and he was getting into it, milking and stuff, and he lived long enough to see his big farm paid off.
That's cool.
Nice farm.
That usually doesn't happen.
Actually, it's multiple farms and multiple houses, and not many guys can say that.
Gonna see a mod update, adjust work speed. When you buy your implement, you go into, you can select how fast you want it to work at. You can increase the speed. Not, and you can't go ridiculous. Like I did it on the Hubbard map, and I bought a what the hell? It's talking about. Oh, that to me some point.
The speed to the implements.
Yeah. The speed to the implement. I had a plow, and I increased it from like 6 miles an hour to 15 miles per hour. Like I'm not going to be out there plowing at like 100 miles an hour kind of.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know.
I'd say 25 or 30 per spray, and it'd be reasonable. I don't know.
Farmer.
I watched Trucker Matsy do shit at 45 miles an hour.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've watched him do some of that stuff. Have you ever seen them take that sugar beet harvester that I have? There's an Unreal version that goes like 200 miles an hour.
Jeez.
And you get on a big field of beets, and you turn that thing on and you hop out, and then you just watch it, the AI worker work the field. It is hilarious because you'll be sitting there, you won't see anything, and then all of a sudden you just hear it go, oh, it's like a train going by.
Good luck feeding or emptying him on the run.
Right, exactly. Well, hello, Warren Weaver. I didn't see you pop in. Bye.
There's a new map coming out of Fraser Valley, British Columbia, Canada. And that looks like a nice little map. They actually look like they used Google Earth to set up the little town and stuff in the fields. And
That's what they did with Hubbard.
did they?
Yeah, that's why apparently that map is supposed to be a pretty terrain realistic version of the actual city in a town in Nebraska.
Be nice if they started doing that with all the dang maps.
Sure, it takes quite a bit of work to do that kind of stuff.
I like that upper Mississippi River Valley. That's about 45 minutes from here.
Yep, exactly. I played that when it came out. I got that from DJ Modding as soon as it was released. I mean, that's my old stomping grounds, like southern Wisconsin, man. Eastern Iowa. Prairie du Chien is in there, and
except they flipped the map.
Yeah, that's what yeah, he had everything's on. I noticed that. I sent him a message about that, but I never heard back.
You know, if they could do that whole area and even include Prairie du Chien in it, that'd be sweet.
Yeah.
That's where all the shops and stuff are, your Tysons and your Home Depots and stuff like that. That place is really expanded.
I haven't been there in ages. I mean, we've been out here for going on 7 years.
Probably been about 10 or 12 years. Oh, actually, it's been longer than that. Jeez. But yeah, that place is just blown up. Platteville, Wisconsin. Oh my God, that place has just exploded.
Well, yeah, a buddy of mine teaches the women's rugby team there.
Just that whole town just absolutely exploded.
It's crazy because it was still kind of, it just pretty much just had the college when we left in 2018.
Oh no, they got super Walmarts and Menards and they got everything. But the highway going around it now just makes it awesome instead of going through town.
Yeah, the 18151 bypass.
Yeah.
Yeah, Platteville used to be when we drive out here for vacation to Colorado, Platteville would be our first stop after leaving Madison because it'd be time for another iced coffee. So we'd stop. They had a Dunkin' Donuts there. We get iced coffee.
We just got Dunkin' Donuts probably 3 years ago.
Just had a Krispy Kreme open up on Tuesday. I have yet to get over there. I'm a huge fan of Krispy Kreme donuts. I
The
know
grocery
people
or the gas
say,
stations used to
"N-
carry them, but they
yeah,
disappeared about 6 to 7 years ago, and you don't even hear Krispy Kreme anymore.
they're they. I mean, like Walmart still sells a pre-packaged like you get at the gas station or whatever, but no, man, this is the actual. They've got the donut making machine, the conveyor belts, everything. Like, and they're open till 11 p.m. So you're getting a late night craving for a warm Krispy Kreme drizzled in frosting. You'll nail that, no problem. I might do that after my stream. I might go over and get myself some donuts.
We had an
Because
awesome,
what the
awesome
hell?
mom and pop donuts, donut shop, and they got raided by the frickin' health inspector.
Oh
The
no.
shit was stored. The shit was stored too close to this and that. They found roaches and this and that. And so they took like 2 weeks to clean the place up really good. The donuts were never the same again.
Hey, yeah,
Well, they
without the
sold out, and then the the girl, her dad owns like 10 or 12 gas stations in the whole area. I mean, they're rich, and she bombed it. The donuts were absolute crap, and it ended up closing down. But if you didn't get there before 10 o'clock in the morning, you weren't getting a donut.
yeah,
And on Sunday, you better get there before 9 because church lets out and they're gone.
we have a Lamar's here in town, which is a larger donut chain. Um, and their donuts are great. I mean, I actually they're probably some of the better donuts out there. But I'm a big fan of the raspberry filled donuts, the raspberry Bismarcks, and they have a great one. But the thing is the size of a small dinner plate. Each donut's like $4.75. It's
Dang.
like, no, just give me a dozen Krispy Kremes, man. I mean, if they were going to be really smart, they'd open up a dispensary right next to the Krispy Kreme.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, open till 11. Dispensary closes at, I think they're open till 10:30 now. That'd be perfect. Not my bag of
You got to
tea,
have
but
one of those smoke shops you can sit down at so that way when you walk out, you're like, oh, donuts, man.
yeah, can you imagine stepping outside and smelling donuts out of the smoke shop? That
It'd
would
be
be funny.
over.
Yep, that's funny.
Right across the river in Illinois, they actually opened up. I don't know if it's a dispensary, but it's like a hangout club. You go there, you watch movies or play foosball or pool, or you just go and hang out. And it's like, wow, I'd rather just go back to my house.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do that kind of thing, I don't want to be out in public. Are you kidding?
New bar opened up downtown. I'm not big on bars at all, but it's got like 150 old arcade games.
Yeah, see, now you're
That's what I
talking.
said. That's what I said. Last arcade I seen was in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, and that was a pretty good one.
They had a good retro arcade in Madison, Wisconsin for many, many years. I don't know if it's still going, but yeah, those guys had some great machines.
80s and early 90s, we had two arcades at our mall, three music stores. Now our mall barely has 10, 12 shops.
It's got more senior citizens than it has employees. People were using
Yeah.
it to walk around in the stay cool in the summer and out doing their walks.
Well, here
Not
they're tearing
knocking
down the
that.
damn malls and building strip malls.
Yeah, yeah. Nobody wants the big mall experience anymore. They want to get in. They want to get out. I can remember when, as a kid, going to the mall was an event.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
We used
you
to
know,
just hang out there on Saturdays,
yeah.
Fridays, and Saturdays. That's where everybody was.
Well, yeah. I mean, the arcade. Come on. There's usually a fast food restaurant or Orange Julius in there too. So, I mean,
Yeah.
as a kid, you had everything you need. It had restrooms. It had sustenance. It had entertainment. And your parents weren't concerned, at least when we were growing up. Your parents didn't think twice about just dropping you off and leaving you there for the day.
Yeah.
You know, it's
And you
like,
could literally spend a day there, like you said. Well, 3 music stores, it was a hopping place.
it,
When they built our second arcade, it was in the middle of a food court. You get a piece of Sabaro's pizza that was like half of a pie pan. Yeah, it's really sad. The kids nowadays will never know.
back and watch movies like Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Mall Rats and understand what mall culture was like.
Yup. Yeah, what's his name with the cup?
Jason Lee and Mall Rats with the stink palm.
Yeah, yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, he's the
They
one that
sure
kept
are
the little
melty.
Dixie cup.
They sure are melty, but damn, they're tasty.
He rubbed it right in there. I haven't seen that movie forever.
It's one that I gotta watch every so often. It's just so. I mean, it was so perfect for mall culture, and of course, his performance during the game show. Uh, you feel like, don't you feel demeaning being called second suitor or suitor number two? Whatever. It's just, dude, there's just some things you don't say on television. Yeah, that had a lot of great one-liners in it, man. They were classic.
Clerks was good. I like Clerks.
Yeah,
Jay and Silent Bob, they're just great.
and I mean, Clerks 2 was that was off the hook. I mean, I'm like, good God, Kevin Smith, what are you doing?
Jason Mewes, he was on heroin for quite a while after the Clerks.
Oh,
Right
yeah,
after, I guess they did Jay and Silent Bob Strike Again. I guess it was shortly after that he got hooked on heroin really bad.
Yep.
He's finally off it, and they're hanging out again.
yeah, he cleaned up. That's why.
My sister-in-law was hooked on that shit, man. That turns you into a different person, big time.
Oh man, it's an insidious drug. I mean it.
They used to go out with a Ford Focus and steal fucking iron from farmyards and shit in the middle of the night, and use it as a truck. That thing was beat to shit. Now, if people want to do crap like that, they can just go up to Portland. That's plenty full up there. Watched a video about how bad that place is now too. People pass out bent over, standing up. It's hilarious. Well, it is and it isn't.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I get your point. I mean, I understand what you're saying. It's funny, not funny.
Yeah, I mean they're bent over at the waist, arms just swinging, and they're passed out. They'll tip over and not even wake up. It's like, dang. But that's a trank and the fentanyl crap they're doing out there too. I don't know where people think it's a good idea just to do that shit.
Oh, it makes you wonder. I mean, a lot of it's produced in Mexico and China.
Yeah.
I'm
Well, China
just
says they're going to quit producing fentanyl because their people are just as hooked on it as our people are.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's uh, years ago. I used to work in a nightclub business, so I saw it all. Right? You see every
Oh, hell
kind of,
yeah.
if you're a bartender long enough, you see at a popular bar, you will see every type of drug come through your bar at some point. It's
Oh,
just how it
yeah.
is. And yeah, man, it was not good stuff. That's for sure. Yeah, you're gonna do me like that, aren't you? Tank is empty. Tank ain't empty. I hate it when it does that. Is Horseplay gonna treat me right? Be a jerkaloon as well. Steering guidance on and let her fly.
No fucking way. Yeah, I've never seen a rear view out unless the person takes and turns the whole view around.
Yeah, it's just it's a camera mod that adds like a work camera behind you. Kind of slick. You're supposed to be able to turn that off, but it's not working. It works on other tools, but for some reason it does not like to work here. Sure why. Spot that I missed over there that I have to go back. Fix. Like the steam coming off the back. That's legit.
Oh yeah,
right?
there is steam underneath it.
Some hot crap right there, let me tell you.
It's a hot load.
That is a hot load. Yeah, I remember as a kid, learning that how much heat a manure pile generates. It's like, whoa. Even coat of poo. However, Should have. So. To get the,
One of the guys that work in the morning, he's a farmer, and where he farms, they're building new subdivisions right around him all. And all the neighbors are bitching from the smell of shit. And he's like, what do you expect? You moved next to a farm.
yeah, you know, the HOA is going to do everything they can now to force him out. That's just like, that's just proof that when people think like that, that to me is just proof that there needs to be chlorine in the gene pool.
It's something.
A little bit, a couple sprays, a couple squirts, whatever. Just, you know. I think I'm going to switch over to the BAMS, which is the Lizard Bulk and Manure System, which it requires bigger equipment. I'll have to get a bigger tractor with more horsepower, but like I think like this manure spreaders hold like 100,000 liters, so you can just go nuts.
I like that big four-wheel drive Kloss that the cab turns around on. That's a sweet tractor.
Yeah, I've actually got. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, I see it in the background. Is that
yeah,
it?
that's it right there.
30-second scale.
That's the Kloss that. Oop, pay attention where I'm going. Fertilizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty slick.
That's wild. That's cool. I seen that. It's like, dang.
Yeah. Oh, we need to go the other way? Hang on.
64th hit list.
Yeah, I've got that. That's a 132nd. Outback Toys had it on sale. Like, I think it was just specific that they had some Kloss stuff on sale. And yeah, I think I got it for like $39. And it's a prestige version, so it's got like
Nice.
The extendable traffic markers and stuff like that.
For sure.
I'd love to do more stuff in 132nd scale, but I just don't have the room for it.
It's a nice scale, but like you said, it is a little big. I'd like to get a couple of them, but that's about it.
Yeah, I want to get the Case Steiger 715 quad track in
There's a set of them
132nd.
coming out.
Yeah.
32nd? That ain't
Yeah.
gonna be cheap.
No, it's only like $80-90. It's not horrible. But I saw the 1/16th scale. That looks really nice, but that's like $200.
Yeah.
And it's a monster. I mean,
Oh yeah. Not like my 1/64 scale.
I do too.
I used to collect the 150th scale construction equipment, but that went out of price really fast on me. It's like, you know what? I'm just selling it out. And then some company in Poland started doing knockoffs of Caterpillar equipment, and they were dirt cheap. It's like I bought like almost 50 or 60 pieces. They're like 10 or 12 bucks a piece, and they released them every so often. But then Caterpillar shut them down. The next release was supposed to be a Caterpillar backhoe loader. It's like, yes, finally we're getting one. And that was the last we seen of anything. They never came out with it.
Somebody's always out there ruining a good thing.
Yeah. The damn semis. When I started collecting them, oh Jesus. What the hell was that? I bought my first one. I can't remember.
They're
But
expensive.
anyway, I paid $35. Now you can't even buy a flatbed trailer for $35. All the trucks coming out now are all $120.
20, 150.
I'm done with that crap. It's got to be a pretty special truck before I get it.
I just stay subscribed to the Outback Toys email thing, and they'll do like every Tuesday's Trucking Tuesday, and they'll send out sales on trucks, and every once in a while you'll see something come through. I haven't picked anything up yet, but every once in a while you'll see something come through that's like $89 for truck and trailer set, which just jump on it.
Anymore, yeah, jump on it. There's a company, IXO. Is that what they are? Yeah, IXO, and they've primarily done 43rd scale stuff. A lot of movie semis and stuff like that.
Oh
But
yeah,
they finally crank them down into 64th. They got the BJ McKay semi.
nice,
The
from
semi.
BJ and the Bear.
Yeah. And it's got the logos on the door. I got the DCP one with no logos on the door. And for a while, the DCP ones were going for like $200, and this had busted mud flap, and they wanted 40. It's like, yeah. But yeah, it's got the logos on the door, and I got the GMC from Smokey and the Bandit 2 when he's at the races and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I got that one, and they're like $35.
Yeah, cool.
Like
Hell, that.
No. Duel, the semi from Duel.
Yeah, that movie with Dennis. What was that guy's name? Dennis. Not Quaid. It's not Hopper.
Those are the two that keep popping in my mind.
I know, right? He played McLeod, or no, not McLeod. Was it McLeod or Columbo? He played McLeod. He played McLeod. But
Knight Rider semi.
oh yeah,
None
cool.
of them have trailers though. But I've noticed in 43rd scale, they're starting to sell the trailers. Enough people probably bitched, said, "Hey, why don't you make the trailers too?"
I'd like to get the semi from Maximum Overdrive. The one with the Green Goblin on the front.
I wanted that so bad, but I was in no position to buy a truck at that point.
$250.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that someone hasn't come out with a mod for Truck Simulator. A lot of people's talked about it, but I have not been able to find an actual mod so you can make your truck look like that thing.
Somebody sells the Goblin that you can make your own, except you'd have to find somebody that makes the decals for the trailer. But that IXO, I was looking through their 43rd scale semis, and you got the Rubber Duck from Convoy.
Nice.
They just released a cab over Freightliner, which is as a wrecker from Terminator 2.
Okay.
Where they're running down that that storm sewer thing, and he comes jumping off it.
Yep, on the motorcycle chasing him.
Yeah. So they released that in 43rd scale, and they seem to be shrinking everything. It's like, oh, cool, man. And when trucks started climbing, I kind of jumped over to green lights, like, well, this is affordable, and I don't really have any cars and trucks. Then I kind of went crazy on them, because back when I first started collecting them, they were like $3.99.
Yeah, what I found was, and it kind of makes sense, but we were coming back from, we got a new puppy in January. We had to drive to Des Moines to pick him up. And on the way back,
That's
we
funny.
stopped at a truck stop, and holy cow, did they have the 1/64th scale selection of stuff. Mostly cars and trucks, right? There weren't any tractors or really any farm equipment or anything like that. But I was like, holy cow, like, like the camping sets, it's got like the Jeep with the tent, rooftop tent,
Yeah.
or the truck, like a pickup truck with a, pull behind trailer, like camping trailer or something like that.
Yeah, I got
And they were all like
ones with the camper right in the bed.
they were like anywhere between $7 and $14. And I'm like, okay, that's cheap.
Hobby Lobby wants 14 for each one of theirs. It's like I can go out to Dyersville, and which is half hour away, and for normal price, I can buy 2 for the price of that.
Yeah, well, there's a farm toy store in Dyersville, isn't there?
Not anymore. It's not like it used to be. Basically, the one downtown went out of business because the father passed away, and the daughters didn't want to do anything to do with it.
Sure.
And the Ertl outlet store shut down, and then Tommy bought them out and then opened up an outlet store.
So
We used
you
to go out
might
there
get lucky.
single Saturday. Every Saturday, go out there. Man, you go to the bargain bins. I had NASCAR. I had hundreds of NASCARs, different
Yep.
cars for 4 or 5 different drivers. And I'm glad we bought them at the cheap ass prices we did, because that stuff ain't worth nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of like Beanie Babies. There was a time when if you had the right ones, man, you could make a fortune, but
You know,
that all dried up real fast. Did I seriously just run out as I was getting done? That's pretty good timing. Put some more poop in this thing. And then I'm going to call it a night. Too close.
yeah, thing about the green light is I got a lot of the classic 60s and 70s cars and pickups and stuff. They're just
Nice.
cool. I fell in love with the Chevelles. Never really
Not
cared
to.
for Chevelles. I was always a GTO guy or a Charger guy, and it's like, that Chevelle's just a cocky looking car.
Yep. Oops. There.
I still wouldn't turn down a GTO Judge or nothing, but
I wouldn't turn down any free car at this point. We're down to one vehicle, so I was like, yeah, I'll take a free car. You can drive a Yugo. If it runs, I'll drive it.
thing with that old power is it's a different, it's all different. It's not what today's cars are. My neighbor's got a 69 Hearse old, and he took me for a cruise in it. And yeah, it's got power, but I tell you what, the F-150 I was driving at the time would have smoked it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the cars of the 60s and 70s had raw power, like uncontrollable power if you didn't know how to drive, right?
Yeah.
The cars today, they have all those, analog brakes and vehicle stability control. So it makes it a lot. I mean, my first car was a 77 Ford Thunderbird, and you get that thing up over 90 miles an hour, man, and it starts getting a little flighty. Like
Yeah.
it was a boat, and that thing would like literally, you would feel like at any moment you were going to lift off and come off the ground in that thing once you got above 100 miles an hour. It just got
I did
nuts.
that in a Ford Taurus on Highway 20 one day. I come over an overpass at 120 miles an hour, and I literally felt nothing underneath me. It's like, oh no, and it sat down and kept going straight.
Yep.
That was the last time I did that.
Me and a bunch of, so when I was in high school when I had that car, and my parents, uh, we had a little cabin on the lake, and we'd go up there in the summertime after school if I didn't have to work, or on the weekends. My parents would let us go up there and we'd water ski. Like, I'd go up with my friends, we'd take the boat out, no big deal. Well, I was taking that T-Bird to go out there one day after school to water ski, and we were late because we were going to meet some girls from the other side of the lake. So me and my buddies are in this T-Bird. I'm doing like 80 miles an hour down a gravel road to get out to the lake property, and 360'd that car on the gravel road, and it completely stayed on the road. It did not leave the road. We 360'd in the road. It straightened back out. It was by pure luck. I do not have the skill to do that, and I certainly didn't have the skill at the age of 16 when it happened. And after that happened, I had a different kind of respect for automobiles, because I'm like, okay, we almost died. Like, we almost freaking died. So that is uncool.
Well, my first car was a 77 Caprice Classic with a 354 barrel.
We took the car, my dad bought it from a coworker, and it had the 351 Windsor engine in it, which is the one you wanted. And it needed some work, so we went down and we found a wrecked police cruiser, and we took a Prezi track rear end out of the back of the police cruiser out of a Crown Vic, and we put a Holley 600 6-barrel carburetor on that thing, and yeah, that car went really fast. And then it was shortly after that is when I spun it out, and then yeah, we stuck to driving fast on paved roads that were straight with no curves and safe.
One of our favorite trout streams just so happened to be in the middle of no place on a straight ass curve for about 5 miles, or a straight stretch. I mean, it was like,
and look at that. Look at the lighting for dusk. It's like 5:30 game time, and the lighting is just so what 5:30 looks like in the mountains. Like I'm on Mars.
yeah,
Color.
I still want to see the sunrise in the mountains.
It's pretty awesome.
I've seen the sunset from Loveland at the hotel. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
I got some pretty good pictures of that.
Yeah, it's
I want to be up in the mountains all night long, basically, because I bet the stars up there are just phenomenal.
There's a place that a buddy of mine and I we backpacked to it twice. It's actually off Longs Peak, which is in Rocky Mountain National Park.
Sure.
And it's one of the 14ers. I will not summit because it's a pretty technical climb, and I'm not a big fan of heights, so I didn't go through the keyhole to finish it out, because you poke your head through the thing called the keyhole, which is the backside of the mountain. And then when you do that, you stick your head through it, and it's about a 600-foot drop down to the other side, and there's like a 2-foot wide ledge with some like chains that you can hold on to shimmy yourself along to it. And then there's like a rock that you have to shimmy. I'm like, nope, no thanks.
Yeah, no, thanks.
I'm good here. But the area we camp, it's above the tree line in the boulder field, and we were fortunate enough to be up there once on a full moon, and it was like we were on the moon, because there's no foliage. It's all rocks, and the campsites are basically piles of rocks that they pile into, like, 4 sides to give you a windbreak, and then your tent sets down inside of them. And it was literally like camping on the moon. It was really cool. But yeah, and at that point, when you're in the boulder field, you can't see any lights from any of the city, from Boulder or Lyons or any of the smaller cities, Loveland, anything like that. Can't see them at all. So yeah, it's a really, really cool experience.
Well, that's what sucks around this area anymore is you can't get far enough away from city lights to not have a glare at any direction.
Yep. Yep. Urban sprawl. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for me tonight, Timbo.
Yeah, my laundry's done. I gotta get to bed.
All right, man. I'll catch
right.
you probably back on Monday. I might stream tomorrow night. My wife's got something going on. She's going to be gone for
Mining tomorrow
dinner and
night,
stuff.
right?
No, not mining. Mining will be Monday. I might do something completely different tomorrow. I'm not sure. I might do Truck Simulator if I do anything at all. I'm not sure. But we'll be
Alrighty,
back
well, I'll
mining
see
on
you at the
Monday.
same time then. See you
Yeah,
tomorrow, probably.
sounds good, man.
All
Appreciate
right,
it.
later.
Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll catch you later. I'm out.